Hey Facebook, it has been a minute since I have been on here, but I wanted to come on real quick and talk to everyone about freedom. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I have some things that I want to discuss. So, one of the first things, freedom is probably the most desired concept in the world. When you go back and you look at history, people would travel all over the place from this country to that country, across ocean to ocean, just so that they could get freedom. And so I want to talk about that. Freedom, like I said, it's one of the most desired concepts of the world, but it's also one of the most feared ideas, because when you think about freedom, there comes responsibility, and people are afraid of responsibility. It also comes with power, and people are afraid of being able to have that power as well. Okay, so, hold on. This is my first, I got a new phone, so I'm trying to learn how to work this thing. Okay, sorry. All right, so, like I was saying, people, are afraid of responsibility, and people are afraid of power, and those two things do come along with freedom, and you have to fight for your focus when you are going for the freedom that you want, because there's nobody there to tell you what to do, how to do it, when to do it, what time to do it, because this is your freedom. This is your life. This is whatever you're going for. It's yours. So there's no one there to walk you through or explain it to you or anything like that. You're in control. So you have to make sure that, you embrace the responsibility that comes along with freedom. And I think that's part of what probably scares a lot of people from actually stepping into going for their freedom. So I have about 5 tips, or just 5 points that I want to share with you guys today. Freedom is something that you have to covet, and that you have to crave, and that you have to be determined to go after. You get to define what freedom is to you. Your definition for freedom may be completely different from my definition of freedom. My definition for freedom today may be different from my definition from freedom next year. My definition for freedom today is just being able to be at home with my kids, or not having to go to a job and clock in. That is what my freedom is right now, like today, Wednesday, whatever the date is. That is what my freedom is right now. Your freedom may be you just want to be able to, sit at home and enjoy the rain or something like that. Whatever your freedom is, it's yours, and you get to define what it is. Number 2, when you choose freedom, or you choose to go after freedom, or you are on the road to getting freedom, you are going to have people that will tell you you cannot have freedom, and to give you the reasons why it's not okay for you to be free. For example, benefits. You have a job or whatever. You have a job, and your your job takes care of your benefits. They may be like, well, what are you going to do about that? If you don't have a job and you're doing your own thing, how are you going to be able to, have health care? Hello, there are other ways. But they may also tell you that it's a scam, or it's a pyramid, or that stuff doesn't work. Anything of that nature. Why do you think that it'll work for you? It didn't work for such and such. You've never been able to be successful in anything. You'll have that. That will happen. That will come. People will doubt. It's just part of it. And it's not because they're being, mean or rude or whatever. They've just been programmed to think that freedom is not something that the average person can have, but we know different, right? So we know different, because freedom is not necessarily a thing, or something that's tangible, or something to that nature. It's something that you actually hold in your heart, and the only way that somebody else can have control over the freedom that you want or desire is if you give it to them. If you don't give somebody that power, then they can't do anything. They have no control over your freedom. Does anybody agree with me? If you're watching this live, drop a 1. If you're watching replay, drop a 2. All right, next point. Oh, almost dropped my paper. All right, 3, set your eyes on the prize and get clarity of how you're going to get to what you got your eyes set on, and know what it is that you have to do, or what you are after, the goal that you're after. As far as when it comes to like freedom, remember I was telling you that everyone has their own definition of freedom. And as you go along throughout your life, your definition of freedom can change and probably will change as you grow and as you develop. Okay. So yeah, point number 4, you want to align with a community of people who also believe in freedom. So basically, you want to support yourself or surround yourself with people that support you and also think the same way that you do, or have the same type of outlook on things that you do, so that you guys can kind of bounce off each other with given tools, ideas, concepts, people that you can mastermind with, so that you can keep your dream and your vision alive. Otherwise, it may fall off because you may not have that support. So surround yourself with people that are going to be believers of freedom as well. And a point that I have on here is, if you don't find people to link up with that have the same outlook on you, you can't go it alone. You can't, because your mind plays tricks on you, and you may get the doubt, and then you may never actually go for it, or keep pursuing it because you don't have the support there. So you want to make sure that you link up with people that are going to have the same type of mindset and outlook as you. And the last thing is, you want to map out your course and go to work. That is the biggest thing that I always tell you guys, is you got to take action. Like, you can't just say I want to do it and then not do anything, because it doesn't work like that. So as you go along, you will learn, from things that do work, things that don't work. So you'll learn correction, understanding, knowledge, wisdom. As you go on, you'll learn more and more of the things that work and the things that don't work. So those are all the tips that I have for you guys today. Like I said, if you're watching this live, drop a 1. I cannot see if people are talking on here. I don't know. If you're live, drop a 1. If you're watching the replay, drop a 2. And my question for you guys is, do you want freedom? And if you do, what are you going to do to go get it? If you want to know anything about how me and my husband are creating success online, definitely send me a private message. We can give you any information, any tips, anything like that, because we're always here to help. And I hope you guys have a great day. It's really nasty outside here, but I'm at home, so I feel much better now. So like I said, you guys have a great day, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Good night.